Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you are new. Today we're in the late model series here at Martinsville. Didn't run any practice here because they only give you 3 minutes. There's no reason to, in my opinion. But I know I could run in the low sixes. I did 2 different practice sessions. And one session I got a 611, the other one I got a 627. So hopefully I can stay pretty consistent to that. I'll be really happy with that because it is going to be tough getting past people here. Because Martinsville, obviously, one groove racetrack right along the bottom.
Hey man, let's knock out a couple good ones here.
Try to hit our marks, getting in these corners. I try to go in pretty straight so I could roll the bottom, get it turned, and get on the gas. My back tires hate me after a longer run, more than my front right, which is very interesting. Felt like a decent lap. It might be like a higher 6. 637, I'll take it. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like 680s. Pushed too hard through that corner. This lap definitely won't be any better. But you could easily get loose if you get on the apron, like the rumble down there. I try to use this shadow right here as like my braking zone for turn 1. And then for the back stretch, I try to use like the red lines on the wall. If you guys notice them, they're like right before the blue sign. Right here, I use that race basically as my braking zone for turn 3. Turn 1's a little harder just because you don't have marks on the wall. I just kind of go off of a shadow on the track. That's how I do it. And so far we are second. I'm happy with the time we ran. At least we'll be somewhat up front. Got a couple people left to qualify, so I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green. Alright, well, we stayed in second, which isn't the best, but isn't the worst at least. At least we'll be out front with nobody in front of us going into turn 1. Bad thing is we're going to be on the outside. I hope third place gets a bad start and we can get down early, because getting stuck on the outside could be really bad for your race. You could lose a lot of spots real quick. And hopefully I could stay in second at least, coming off of turn 2, and get single filed out and then try to work on the leader if we can. Should be a good race. A lot of people were super close. There was a 10th, not even a 10th between.
I had somebody way more experienced say, "Hey man, you do a lot better in those truck races if you had spent a lot more time in the short track stuff." Well, all right, so here I am.
But there's a less than a 10th between first and fifth, so this is gonna be interesting.
Steered me wrong yet.
A lot of fast people here. Should be a good race. Hopefully, pretty clean race overall. In the practices I was in, there was a lot of wrecks. Easy to spin out going into a corner if you try turning too much while you brake. That's why I try to get like that straight line into the corner for braking. But it should be interesting. I love short track racing. I really like Martinsville a lot. It's a very fun track. It's funny on how...
Well, hey, don't make fun of me, Brandon. I mean, I
need to mute them for a second just so I can talk. But it's funny how I was talking about New Hampshire, how I hate like the one-line track there, but it's just because it's a bigger flat track. I like Martinsville a lot. It's a one groove racetrack for sure, but you can do a little bit more of a bump and run because it's a short track, and your braking zones are a lot harder. Like you could be more aggressive with it because you're not at such high speed as you are at New Hampshire and stuff. But
Brother, want to go.
Should be a good race. If you guys enjoy this kind of racing, like and subscribe so I know that you guys are enjoying watching this kind of racing, because I do enjoy the asphalt side a lot, and I love short track racing. Short tracks are really fun. But we're getting ready to go here. Let's see how this goes.
I can't stand the NASCAR stuff anymore. It's all slow and high downforce, so scoring besides that league.
Yeah, I haven't raced.
Run the 750
I don't even know the last time I ran like a NASCAR besides like the next gen.
Out of me anyway.
Next gen is the most recent
thing. The
thing.
old car tomorrow and the 2014 package are still a lot of fun, but all the new shit blows.
He had a real early start. I'm able to get down in front of third. I'm happy about that. He went early in the corner, so they're side by side behind us. That's going to lose them a ton of time. Oh, this guy has like a freaking, what's it called? Just Mario themed car. It looks cool. Wario and Luigi. Very interesting. A good looking car. I like the colors. Oh, don't hit the wall. Trying to push and it's just going out towards the wall. I need to just focus up, hit my lines. He goes really wide into the corner. I go really shallow in. He probably does that to try to get a better turn off is my guess. But when I go out there that wide, I start turning too early while I'm braking and it kicks me loose. I don't like it as much. I kind of like the sharper angle going in. It just helps me turn better because sometimes when I go wide like that, it just keeps pushing up.
Seems like a big part of it is waiting on the throttle too, because if you rush the throttle, it just shoves.
Definitely true. Really got to wait for the front end to turn, then you can get on it. Tire wear is definitely going to become somewhat of an issue. Like, it's not like super bad, but you definitely fall off over time through this race. Like, I did a 20 lap run and my back right was a little bit more worn out than my front right. So my back tires hate me at this track. Just a little bit. I'm hoping not to damage the car. Try not to hit the bottom because that will kick you loose as well. You get on that and get on the gas. I'm just missing the bottom right now. I'm not running as well as I should. I keep missing the bottom. Mainly in turn 1, I feel like. I feel like I'm a little bit better in turn 3.
Adam, I don't want to slow you up.
We'll see if any lap traffic really comes into play. 50 laps here. I thought it was going to be a 40 lap race. I never really looked at the amount of laps.
Yeah, you're much faster.
50 laps, long race here. A lot of chances to mess up. Very quick laps. Third place seems to be catching me a little bit. It is very tough to pass. There is somebody wrecked up here. Not sure where. Right in the corner. They got out. Okay.
Thanks for that.
I followed him right into that. Pushed a little bit too hard off the corner. I was literally in his tracks and just went out and hit the wall with him. Probably could have gained some more time. Oh, where'd the leader go? Leader just blinked out, I guess. Yeah, he gone. That sucks. So we assume the lead for now. Now second place right on me. I wish I wouldn't have hit the damn wall. Yeah, I don't know where the hell he went. Even if he pops back up, his laps may not count, and he might be a couple laps down. 'Cause that's happened before to people I've seen, where they blink out, and then they blink back in sometime after on the next lap, and their lap didn't count. I've seen that happen before. That was a long time ago that I've seen that happen, but I've seen it happen. That's very unfortunate, because it would have been a tough time getting around him. He was very quick. I'm waiting for it to say that he lost input or the packet lost, kicked him or whatever at the top. I don't know where the hell he is. He's gone. We try to hit our marks. Pushed up a little hard there. 13 car is right on us. Can't be slacking into these corners or anything. He seems to dive the corner a little bit more than I do. And there he goes. That's unfortunate.
On the bottom. On the bottom.
13 car went in real high there. He lost some time.
Know you're coming.
But yeah, I haven't raced at Martinsville in a while. I think the last time I raced here was probably in the modifieds, I want to say. I can't quite remember, to be honest. But with no cautions in these races, because it's a D-class race, you go 50 laps straight, definitely going to have some lap traffic with people wrecking and stuff. 13 lost a ton of time between a couple corners.
Are you guys arcing it down to the bottom, or are you pointing it at the bottom on entry?
I kind of point it because if you turn and brake at the same time, you kind of get loose.
Rod.
Some people do it different though. Depends on your driving style. Try to help people if I can. The hard part is hooking the bottom.
Holy hell, you can really stomp the brakes in the straight line.
Yeah, you can. They are side by side behind me. They have lost a lot of time because of that. '10 car, or not the 10, he was the 10 in my last practice. 4 car got in this second. Now I know he's quick. Don't hit the apron. That would lose me a lot of time if I do that and get loose. 4-car was very fast in my last practice though. So I assumed he was going to be up here towards the front in this race. Yeah, that's super unfortunate with the leader, the 2-car. Not the way I'd want to take a lead in a race, but you know, that stuff happens in iRacing. If your internet connection like cuts out or something because of a storm or anything like that, it could suck. Or just if the server is just not pinging with you well at the time, and you can just lose all your quality. Okay, 9-car got wrecked earlier. I think he let somebody by earlier as well, so hopefully he lets us by. They're starting to catch him. And I tried to help him with his line. He's doing better for sure. Appreciate it.
Outside. Still outside. Clear, clear, clear.
Maybe he can kind of learn off of being behind me then. I don't know. I like doing that when I'm slower too. I really try to get right along the apron but not hit it. It's hard to do, but it's fun to do. Hit the apron a little bit going in. Had to let off a little bit more than I wanted to. Got a little bit over a second lead on second place. Coming up to halfway. I'm very surprised with how well I'm doing. Especially like from last week in Milwaukee to this week. I'm happy I'm doing well in these cars. Because I don't run them that often, but I used to a lot when they were an open set. They were a lot of fun. They always were a lot of fun. So I'm happy they made them fixed. But I only run them every now and then when they're at like better tracks. I was trying to just learn Milwaukee last week. And somehow I won that thing. So that was fun. I don't even know how many people registered for this race. I think there was more than one split. There might have been two.
Yeah,
I don't really remember. I know real early there was already like 8, 9 people registered, and I just forgot to look again on how many people registered for it, so I don't know how many splits there are.
Any help you can get us there, big girl? Working on, boss.
I wish I would have smacked the wall earlier. I got a 0x still, but I didn't want to damage the car. Dang, the 13 really fell back. I don't know what happened to him. He started overdriving the corner or something. He lost second. He's not even in top 4 no more. I don't know what happened to him. I know there was at least one wreck early with the 9 car. Don't know what happened with him. I have to go back and see that. I want to see what happened to the 13 as well. Like, did he just start overdriving all the corners and people just kept getting under him? Because once one guy gets under you and there's a lot of guys behind him, you're going to be stuck out there. You can kind of hold your own for a corner or two, and you might be able to get a spot down on the bottom if you pinch them enough. Because then they can't really get a run off the corner. You might be able to make that work for a corner and get back to the bottom.
Outside.
Thank you.
Clear.
These lap cars are being pretty nice today. So I'm happy about that. Kind of keeping the same pace as the guys behind me right now, so I'm happy about that. They haven't caught me at all. Been like 1.2, 1.1 consistently. Our times have fell off by over half a second. Because tire wear definitely hurts the car turning and everything. So it's hard to get back on the gases early. Second place has a little bit of buffer over third and fourth. Third and fourth are pretty much right on each other. But if third place dives it in hard enough, he's right on second. Like, you could really make up time in a braking zone in a corner, but also you have to be careful with that because you don't want to get in the back of someone and just punt them out of the way. So that's easy to do here. That's what I was worried about starting in second. If third place had a really good start, if he just like pushed really hard into the corner and got in a little too hot and came up into my lane, got my left rear. That's what I was worried about starting on the outside lane, but luckily we had a good enough start with the leader, able to just drop behind him and get single filed going into the first corner. For me at least. I'm happy about that. I wish he didn't lag out though. That's unfortunate. Feel like we could have had a good race. Because when we both smacked the wall off of 2, I think it was, the same corner. Third place was right on me, the 13 at that time. And I was starting to catch him slightly from him smacking the wall. So it would have been a tough battle. And then just everybody trying to get around the 13 lost them a second, and it's basically been even since then. I know the 4 car started in 4th place behind me.
I'll give you lots of room.
He started behind me, so good job for him getting up to 2nd. I don't know what the hell happened to the 13. Oh, he's back in 5th. Okay. So he didn't fall off as bad as I thought. I thought maybe he was just falling through the field. But he fell back to 5th. How far back is he? Like 3.5 seconds. So yeah, he really started overdriving corners and messing up his tires probably. Because when you go up in the track, you have to really wait on the throttle, or you just get in the throttle and burn your right front up even more. That's the main thing. You have to turn more. Oh, that broke loose on me really bad. And not like that. Like it just got loose all of a sudden going into that corner. Yeah, this is a long ass race. 8 cars, super slow up here. I don't think he has damage. It doesn't look like it. I think he's just here trying to get safety rating. That's what it looks like to me.
Outside.
Stays high, thank you.
Clear high.
Cut it a little close, but it worked out. Oh, 2nd place just got wrecked. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, I thought he went into the wall. I thought he came up in front of the lap car and he like got hooked by him. That's what it looked like in my mirror. I don't know. It was an optical illusion, I guess, with his white nose going towards the wall up in front of the gate. I thought he got hooked. That would have sucked. I know that he wanted to. I know he wanted to get back to the outside so he didn't have such a sharp angle into the corner. But
Yeah,
he had
man,
more.
like
He
I said, I
had
got a
more
lot
room
to
down
learn yet about these
the
cars.
stretch,
I'm
the back
letting y'all
stretch.
race.
Then he made it. He made it kind of close. That would have been a plot twist for them back there. The hard thing is, if you are faster than somebody here, you have to get by them to keep your speed like up, because it is hard to keep up your pace if you catch somebody and they're right in front of you, because you have to go on their braking zones. 4 car overdrove the hell out of that corner. I saw him sliding.
Sorry, they're 5 to get them too hot. I think we all did right there.
I know the 4 car got in super hot there. He lost a
Yep.
ton of time. Not a ton, he lost a couple tens. I saw him sliding though. That's the main thing, just be steady and try to be consistent along the bottom. I got on the gas too early. You just don't want to push up. If you can hold the bottom, you'll be pretty good. But he is pretty quick. He's starting to catch me now. He's probably starting to be a little bit more aggressive because he knows it's the time he needs to try to catch me by the end of it. I might start being a little bit more aggressive going into the corners. Try to get the car to turn and get off the corner. Ooh, they got into each other. They lost some time there. I don't know if the 5 bumped the 4 or what happened. But they're side by side. That's going to allow me to pull away a little bit more. I should not have any trouble finishing out this race. I'll take the win for sure. I just wish the 2 car wouldn't have blinked out. It would have been interesting to see what kind of pace he had over the long run. Because I know he was fast in the short run. I know he was in my last practice, had the same amount of speed that he had here in qualifying and stuff. So I knew he was going to be up here with the 4 and I, because we were all in the same practice. I don't recognize anybody else from the practice, to be honest. I just knew we were the top 3 in the practice. I was first, the 2 car was in second, and the 4 car was third in that practice. So I was interested to see the kind of long run speed everybody had. And if the 2 car could keep it up. Because I had a feeling I could. I did like a 20 lap run, because I thought it was a 40 lap race, so I did like half of a race run to what I thought. I would have done 25 just to see what the tires were like. But it's not too big of a difference from 20 to 25. Really, most of the rest of the race hasn't been that different. I have a 2-second lead though now. 8 car, you're gonna go high again? Yes, kinda. He was like running that second lane. I didn't want to come up into him. I have so much room behind me. I just like tried to brake to make sure he wasn't gonna come down on me. But yeah, if you're just consistent going into these corners and you could stay right along the bottom and don't push up too far, if you don't push up more than half a lane, you should be fine. Because once you start pushing up, it just wants to go in the corner. It's not fun. You feel so helpless during it too, and you just lose a ton of time. Really don't hit the apron because that will get you loose, and if you get on the gas getting on there, start to spin you out, so be careful with that. I didn't change anything in the fixed setup. I liked the way it was set up. It was 12-1 already, so I didn't have to change that on the steering ratio. It drives pretty straight down the straightaway, so I didn't change the offset, and then the braking was just at 60. Usually, I don't know if that was the highest or not. I didn't try to change it because it felt pretty good going into these corners. The tires weren't trying to lock up or anything, so I didn't want to mess with it. So the fixed setup felt pretty good. From when I was trying to run the open set a long time ago, I was looking at like my fastest laps compared to like all time compared to what I was running in my last practice, and there's some guys running that could get down into the 5s in practice, but my all-time best was like almost a 20 flat. So with an open setup, you can get like 6/10 quicker. I'm just gonna stay behind the 9. I have no reason to try to get near him. Let him finish out his last lap after. But hell, I'll take home the win. Very happy about that. 2 wins in a row in the late model series. Very stoked about that. That's awesome.
Great race, guys.
Yep, good race. It's unfortunate the leader blinked out like lap 5 or 6. That's unfortunate for him.
Good work, everybody. Good work.
And he was gone after that. I'll take the win though.
I'm a meeting shot me down there 1. I didn't realize you finished there.
Where did the 4 finish? 3rd. 13 ended up finishing 5th. He got real close to finishing 6th. I need to go back and see what the hell happened with him.
Fantastic job today. You really did a great job.
Figured it out too late. Yeah, that'll happen. He started catching the 13. All right, let's see if we can do a burnout this time better than we did at Milwaukee. Kinda. Don't smack the wall. Damn it, smack the wall. That happens too often when I try to do burnouts. I do not have car control when I am trying to do a burnout.
How's that go?
Like, I never know where this thing is gonna finish out. But yeah, it was a pretty clean race overall, like they're saying. There wasn't really many wrecks that I saw. I know the 9 got wrecked early on. That's why he was so far back. And then I didn't really see any other wrecks, to be honest. I don't know what the hell happened to the 13. I think he just started overdriving corners because he finished 5th. And then that was about it. I didn't really see any other wrecks. We just caught the 8 car a couple times. I think he was trying to get safety rating because he was going super slow. And that's why I gave him plenty of room. I didn't want to get into him. I didn't want him to come down on me or anything. But very happy with how that went. That's awesome. And I always like this track because this is one of Jeff Gordon's best tracks too, and he was my favorite driver. And he got his last win here, so that was awesome. But let's go back to the beginning. See the very start. 13 didn't have a great start. I was able to get single filed out behind him. What happened to the 9 car? He started way back here. I know he got wrecked at some point. It looks like it was after this. Or what the hell happened this lap? You were like 2 seconds slower. Oh, he hit the apron. He saved it though. When you get on the apron, especially the one that has the grass. Oh, he started getting loose beforehand. I'm surprised he didn't wreck it going through that. That was a good save at least. But what happened when he got wrecked? Because what lap did he get wrecked? Looks like lap 7, so next lap. And I think he was coming off of... Oh, Jesus, 10 car. Yeah, okay, 10 car went about 10 car lengths too deep. Lost it, trying to stop, and just got into the back of the 9. Luckily, the 9 got out of the car fast enough. Like, he got out of the racing groove and then got out of the car. He had plenty of time to get out right here. He would have saved a few seconds, but at least he got out of the car at the right time. But it doesn't seem like there's really many other wrecks. There's only a 2X. The 10 had 6X, probably from the 4 from hitting the 9 there, and then 2 more from hitting the wall. 4 car had 2X from probably smacking the wall. That's it. I want to see, yeah, right there the leader blinked out. He was right on me for the longest time. And then he just started overdriving the hell out of these corners. I started pulling away slowly. 13 was really keeping up with me there for a while. He was getting right to my bumper a couple times. Right there, he started overdriving the corner. I thought he was trying to run the outside to get like a good turn off, but he didn't get that good of a turn off and run on me. I thought that's what he was trying to do, to be honest, which I didn't think was a bad idea. I thought he was trying to go a little higher, being close to me to try to get a good run. Oh, you can see he slid there. You can see his tire marks go through the corner just barely. Like, you see tire marks up here, but then you see new ones coming from the back of his car. So he got in a little too hot. Car started turning on him. 4 car, ooh, gets to his almost gets to his inside there. Makes the 13 go high. 4 car runs pretty well. I want to see what happened to the 4 there towards the end when they started overdriving the corner too. Because then the 5 got by him. Ooh, 4 car had a really good turn 1 there. 13 again sliding through the corner. 4 car just gets on the gas, able to get under him coming down the back stretch. And it's just hard to hold your line out there and actually hold the spot. And he's trying to pinch down the 4. 4 car gets a good turn off at the corner, still running at his door, up to his wheel. But there's nothing you could really, you feel like hopeless out there. Like, you could run the best you can. People are going to run right on you. Oh, Jesus. He blinked out for a second. Sounded like he got into the wall, but probably didn't. Ooh, he got sideways. He got too deep going into that corner. That's why he lost all the spots so quickly. He was trying his hardest to get in there real deep, and the back end just started coming out on him. But good save, barely tapping the 4 car, no harm, no foul, and he just lost all his time there. And his tires were probably hating him at that point too. Let's go towards the end where the 4 car started overdriving the hell out of the corners too. I think it started probably about here. I know one of these corners, he just started flying up it because, oh, he smacked the wall off of 2. I did that once early on. I'm happy it didn't really affect me. That wall is stiff out there. Really could hurt your turning ability. 5 car had a good back stretch coming off of 2. Got under the 4 car. Like I said, you just feel helpless out there. He still finished 3rd, so he was able to hold his own and hold off the 1 car. I want to see. He got a little sideways out there. Got in a little too hot. I want to see how he stayed in front of the 1 though, because the 1 car is right on the 5. 5 can't go all the way out to the wall. That's what slows them down side by side so much, and that's what helped me get away by like 2 seconds there at the end. So that was nice for me. 4 car is actually holding his own out there pretty damn well. You really have to drive it deep into the corner and get a good, like, just rolling through the corner and get as much speed as you can down the straightaway. Because it's pretty flat track, pretty flat short track. You just need all the momentum you can get. You really got to get turned and just hold that guy down there so they can't come out to the wall. But 5 car did a great job of holding it down there. 4 car did a great job trying to hold him down. No contact at all. Great clean racing. Love seeing that on a short track. He actually got singled out in front of the 1 there. Still goes a little high. 1 car didn't get that aggressive a turn in. Ooh. He started getting on the gas early. The 1 car did, because he kind of had barely enough room, but not enough for a car. Taps the back end of the 4. I think that's what he was talking about cutting off the 1 car. That's my guess, is that, because I don't think they ever got that close again, did they? Lap 47, 48. 1 car started catching him there at the end. And he started catching the 5 again. 5 car was probably trying to push it and hold his 2nd place. But pretty clean race overall. Not hardly any incidents, which you never see from Martinsville. Love to see that. I'll take the win. It's very unfortunate what happened with the 2 car. He just like lagged out lap 7, which was super unfortunate for him. I think it was going to be a tough race between me and him, me trying to get around him. Never know what would have happened with the guys behind us though, because if I was trying to get around him and the guys behind me took advantage of that, I could have definitely gotten shuffled back and stuff. So that helped me out in the long run, but I'd rather the guy not have blinked out and had a good race with him. I'll take the win regardless. We were car number 3, finishing 1st, so we're definitely going to gain a good amount of iRating. Very happy about that. So let's go see what we end up getting out of this. All right, results are in. Strength of field was 2,056. Not too bad. Only 1 lead change because the 2 car lagged out, which was unfortunate for him. We gained 54. That's actually a lot for me to gain. I'm very happy about that. Almost up to 3,600. One point away. Gained some safety, which is fine. Everyone pretty much gained safety for the most part. I actually think almost everybody did, besides the 10 car, which is kind of funny. That never happens at Martinsville. Super surprised with how clean this race was. That's awesome. 13 car had the fastest lap. I didn't run super quick Like there in the beginning, I was just trying to like maintain where I was at, not go too hard, not destroy my tires. I did not look at my tire percentage there at the end. I should have. I meant to. I like doing that at the end of races when there's no cautions, just to see what my tire wear was like. But 13 car was super fast there in the beginning. He started overdriving the corners a little bit and lost all his time once he got stuck on the outside and then got loose going into the corner. But a lot of great racing here. That was a lot of fun. Unfortunate for the 2. Wish he would have been able to stay in because he lost a ton of iRating. He lost 130. That's what helped a lot of other people from 8th on up gain iRating pretty much. Oh, the 4 car did not. Actually, the 1 car did not, finishing 4th. That makes sense because he has 4,700. He's working his way up towards 5K. So that was a huge gap between first and second, and then me. Like second and I were pretty close to each other in iRating, but first number 1 car was so much higher than us. So that was very interesting. So very happy with how that went. Besides the lag out from the 2, that's unfortunate. Just overall, that's just disappointing to see. Wish he wouldn't have lagged out because we could have had a good race with him. I would have been happy finishing second to him if we were running close like we were in the beginning, and it would have been interesting to see his long run speed. But didn't try to push it too hard in the beginning, just kind of stay consistent and try not to burn out our tires. But happy we got the win. 2 races in a row in the late models, which I'm super happy about. The Milwaukee Mile and Martinsville, 2 flat tracks, which I'm very surprised about because I don't really do that well at flat tracks. If you guys saw my ARCA race at New Hampshire, you could see that. I don't like flat tracks very much. For the most part, I'd never really raced Milwaukee Mile before last week, and then figured that thing out and did pretty well in the late model. And then Martinsville, I've always liked Martinsville just because it's fun short tracks. But appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Let me know how you guys are doing this week in your races, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.